If you wanted to create a brilliant artwork, composition, poem, product, service, do you think you'd be better off taking an extended period of time and doing nothing but focusing on producing the perfect piece, or taking that same period of time and producing as many pieces as you can? Well, Bayles and Orland tell the story of a ceramics teacher who put this question to the test. She took a class of students and divided them into two groups. The one group had to focus on creating the perfect pot. The other group had to create as many pots as they could in the same period of time. So which of those two groups do you think would produce the highest quality pot? You'd think, logically, right, that it would be the ones who are focusing on quality. In fact, that wasn't the case. The ones who produced the most work actually were the ones who produced the highest quality. Why? Well, maybe in trying to produce the perfect piece, we spend too much time analyzing and reflecting and maybe even procrastinating. Perhaps it even reduces a little of our confidence. We think this has got to be it, so we get really precious about this piece, and we don't allow ourselves to try different things. Well, we can't try different things, right? Because we're sort of stuck in on this one piece. Where when we're creating many products or many services, we're throwing out many ideas, we don't get as precious about them, right? We know that, hey, if this one doesn't work, it's cool. There's the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. We don't get as attached to it. Also, we're probably making a fair amount of mistakes as well. And guess what? We learn a lot from those mistakes. We acquire experience. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? What really is happening when we're creating a lot is we are developing our skill in a way that we probably don't when we're just focusing in on one piece. Now, research at UC Davis actually bears this out. There's a direct correlation between the amount of work that a person produces and the overall quality that they create. In fact, the people who create the most create the best and, interestingly, create the worst. Why? Because when you're creating a lot, you create a lot of duds as well. You look at some of the most brilliant people in history. Picasso produced over 20,000 artworks. Were they all brilliant? No. Einstein published over 250 articles. Were they all brilliant? No. Edison, over 1,000 patents. Michael Jordan says he missed over 9,000 shots. Well, he couldn't have got the shots he did get had he not got out there and tried, right? He's also famous for saying, I succeed because I failed. And this is what quantity does, is it teaches us. It puts us out there, and we learn and we grow, and that's how we get great. I've seen this in my own life. I struggled at school. It really was not easy for me. English, I don't think I ever got more than a C for English. That was like my ultimate mark. And yet now I'm a writer. I've written 5 books. They're not all brilliant. One's a bestseller. I couldn't have written that bestseller had I not written all the others, right? Because it was in writing, doing all that writing, that I got good. And this is the point, that there's nothing to show that innate factors, and this is research that comes from Anders Ericsson at Florida State University, nothing shows that innate talent is necessary for expert level mastery. What is necessary for expert level mastery? Practice, output, action, right? Do it. But of course, all that action takes time, it takes energy. And so you've got to love it. You can't just love the idea of being a writer or an entrepreneur or a musician. You've actually got to love the process. You've got to love the doing, because it's going to require a lot of doing if you're to get really great at it. So if you're looking for excellence, for brilliance, for quality in your life, you want to focus on quantity. Until next week, discover, act, thrive.